in 6th. It's going to be a lot harder for Celine to catch up to Connor, but the gap is shrinking as Ethan Tyler has gone off. Where is that?
He's on the infield and he's dug a little bit of a hole there. It's coming out of the Le Mans chicane. It's been the action there. Just got a little squirrely in the middle of the chicane and then hit the exit curb way too hard.
And they are huge curbs this year, John.
This year, and it is bumpy there, very bumpy indeed. Some bumps between. The rookies are not overawed by what's going on, and a spin for
Alex
number 33. Bashura had been gently working his way through. We've seen Alex fight his way through the field. A very good racer. Just needs to qualify a little better. Now, that was down at turn 1. Needs to get that car restarted. We're staying green. We'll be saying that there's an incident down at turn 1, but Shura might have got a little bit of help. Did get a little bit of help. So who was that? Is that Nate Cicero that was right behind him?
I think so.
That might be looked at. We're still of the International Horseshoe. It's Pearley that leads, barely. And there's been an incident further back down the field. Is that Tyler Gonzalez?
It's Ethan Tyler for sure. Tyler Gonzalez is up in 4th, I believe. It's the 81.
Excuse me,
so
81.
Jim Hayosh, very good drive yesterday from that.
28, top 3 pulling away. We've seen this before. Now, little bit of contact early on. Oh, that was
hip
good.
check.
Well, I think that was 3 into 2, didn't go. There was another car on the left-hand side as they came out of the International Horseshoe, and there goes the coming out of the chicane for the first time. That is the number 5, Gresham Wagner. So that's how he dropped, and then there was contact as he rejoined. So he's Connor Zilic, our pole sitter from yesterday, and the man who finished 2nd with a big run to the line. Now 4 wide across the line. This is looking a bit.
Haley's gone around.
Going round. That is Max Opalski who's gone around, being pushed in the side. As we have 4 wide coming down into the first corner in the second group. Bruno Smilewski was right in there. Pearley had already spun from the original group, and he's now down there as well with the number 85. So the lead group come across the line. The second group of 5 go 4 wide. Smolensky comes down the inside. Pearley gets squeezed in the middle with Max Opalski.
How did they both catch it?
I have no clue.
Yeah, Bruno's
Tokyo Drift
goes to the inside of Paley, pushes Paley into Opalski. Both of those 2 drivers wound up spinning but not hitting anything and recovering it nicely. But that was all effect of Sam Paley getting left out of the draft.
See, there wasn't a touch originally. It was Paley who moved across on Opalski. Smilewski was coming down the inside. That was secondary contact as Sam...
At 22, so that would be Jeremy Fletcher.
Jeremy Fletcher.
See, he didn't know.
And there was a coming together at turn 6 going onto the high banks last time around.
Bryce Cornet, and he's still there, John.
That's the 65 Mazda.
You're near a video screen to get an opportunity to see just how chaotic it is in this championship as 5 dancing ants all close together at the head of the field.
Now, and there's been an incident on the back stretch.
Oh, that's Heather Hadley.
It's Heather Hadley.
And Jeremy Fletcher, 2 of our rookies.
And that, I think, will bring out the full course yellow. That is
the exit of the Le Mans chicane, just a little bit further down, still by the Rolex banner. Not quite at a turn.
They've got out of the corner and then come together. They're up on the wall on driver's right. The safety car will be coming out.
13 involved as well, John. That would be Robert Noaker.
I was going to say that was Robert Noaker. He was way up the field though, surely, from them. So that might be a separate incident. He spun first, and in avoidance, the other 2 cars go off, and he's got a left rear puncture. Now, was that cause or effect? So then there was people trying to avoid, and that's when the secondary contact. In fact, it looked like there was a 3rd car involved. Yes, Noaker was down on the low side, and people trying to go to driver's right to avoid him. He had a complete 360 as he came on the exit of the chicane. I think that tire gave up as he turned in. because that was a really snap sideways. Then a big moment for the two cars following as they tried to avoid him.
He had taken a lot of curb, but that was on the right side, John, so
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense as to it being an effect.
No, it's not.
And they just did, John.
Side by side, two pairs of two in third place on down, and there's a sideways moment, and that's Sam Paley going for a spin. He's going to lose the opportunity for cash, and he's broken the left front suspension on the last lap. That's possibly his chance of racing at St. Pete's. Just Nate Cicero is the best of the rookies. Jonathan Nerdorf made up a couple of positions as well. Alex Pachura in 10th position, and a huge incident further back down the field after the checkered flag for Jean Jourdouin. He took the checkered flag.
That's Glenn McGee, John.
Excuse me, for Glenn McGee, who was right in alongside Jean Jourdouin. So I don't think he has made the checkered flag, actually.
Nope.
Watch the sideways moment for Sam Paley that took him out of it. Incident at turn 7, the Le Mans chicane on the last lap under review. But what happens to Glenn McGee further back round? The iRacing car up on the curbs, he's fine there. As Sam takes his spin and just clips the safer barrier to his left. So a big contact with the wall later in the lap. Sam Paley, no luck at all. Challenging for a top 3 finish undoubtedly there, and finishes with broken front suspension.
You got to go for it, John.
Coming to the line, Jared Thomas and Tyler